Hey, this is Scott Duffy Bonsai. I thought it'd be fun to make a year in review video about camera companies, about different cameras. I thought of various awards that I'm going to give out in the video. Let's get started. Cameras labeled with zombie manufacturer names. You've got Polaroid, Kodak, Minolta. Those are the three big ones these days with digicams. They sell these bridge cameras. Now, I did try a Minolta recently, and it's not bad, but basically dead camera companies with these super cheapo cameras. Best camera company at holding back features. Of course, everyone knows this one. Canon is great at that. They've got the technology, but they just are not putting it all in one camera. Best camera company paired late to the full-frame mirrorless party, but they finally arrived. Of course, that is Canon and Nikon. They basically just released their first full-frame mirrorless. Now, I personally wouldn't say that they are as featured as the Sony cameras that are out currently. Best cameras with full-frame mirrorless, but small diameter mount. That does have some challenges, of course. With Sony, they potentially, because physics, won't be able to get shake reduction in the camera as high quality as, say, Nikon's implementation. The best hybrid camera system with pulsating autofocus in video mode. Probably guess this one too. Panasonic for the most part, but also Olympus. With their sensors, they don't have phase detection on those sensors. Now, I don't know if it's based on the manufacturing issues with they can't source sensors with that technology, or they're really just adamant about not putting it in those cameras. I don't know, but I personally haven't even used Micro Four Thirds yet. It is interesting, but that's a limitation with the video. The best Pentax award. I wanted to give some type of award to Pentax Ricoh. I couldn't even really think of anything, maybe their Theta camera, but they've been so quiet these days. You know, that's their award, is being quiet, I guess. Classic Look Cell Award. You probably guessed this one. From Fujifilm with their very nice looking cameras, but they do back up some of that with great technology and good features. But sometimes when you go with a classic ergonomic setup, it doesn't necessarily work too well in practice. I did have the X100F. Now with the ISO dial, you have to pull it up, adjust it. It's attached to the other dial, and it's just kind of fiddly. The best attempt at avoiding full-frame cameras goes to two different companies. The first is Pentax. Now, they eventually released full-frame, but they went to their medium format digital, but it is a full standard version. It's not any type of mirrorless. Now, I think that's a bad idea moving forward. Hopefully, if they ever do release another medium format, it will be mirrorless. But then the second award in this category goes to Fujifilm. Now, they're still holding the line. They're still fighting it. They've got their APS-C, which are great, but they also have the medium format, which are a very good implementation of medium formats with the mirrorless setup. They might just keep doing that. It might work for them. Who knows? The best camera with limited buttons, no audio levels while recording video, and also gimped 4K video recording. That goes to the EOS M50 from Canon. Now, I did actually buy this one. There are quite a few quirks with the camera, and honestly, I really do like the cameras, but they leave things out, and it's irritating. Do they even care about APS-C Sensor Cameras Award? This goes to two different companies. One is Canon. They're really good at that stuff. They release very few lenses on their EFS system. Same thing with Sony, but basically they just haven't released a huge amount of great APS-C lenses. Canon is a double offender with this award with the EFM system. They haven't released a huge amount of lenses. Now, they finally released a 50mm equivalent, and it is a nice lens. I do have it, but double offender. That's not good. The main award of this video goes to the best dropped feature of 2018, dual card slots. Mid-level cameras and kind of entry-level pro cameras are dropping the 2 card slots. I don't know the huge deal with the cost or whatever their reasoning is, the size, but then you see much smaller cameras still have 2 card slots. They drop those things out. They're trying to save a few bucks, but maybe they're just holding off to have people buy future cameras that do have the 2 card slots. It's always a really big talked about feature. No, you do not need 2 card slots, but some people do want them. When you take features away from my camera at a certain price point, all the Nikon cameras, I had the D600, D750, 2 card slots, around $2,000, $2,500. That's the full retail price. I didn't pay anything like that on my 750, but I bought it used. Anyways, the point is that if you take features away that are important to some people, you're going to have a lot of complaining. Definitely a lot of great cameras out there this year. So many great features. Video autofocus is amazing, and it's up to that level now where it's super functional in some cameras. In 2019, it's going to be even better. So many different features. If you want cameras for straight photography, you have a huge amount of options with great autofocus. With the mirrorless cameras, what you see is what you get for the most part. Just so many great things have happened in the photo camera gear world in 2018. I'm sure 2019 will be a lot better. Anyways, Scott from Photography Bonsai. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing. Helps me out a lot. Likes and shares help out a lot as well. Thanks again. Got my notes here. I've got my watered down iced tea. Let's get started.